Perkesh Nochlin Daf Kuf Lamed Ches, sponsored the Refuah Shlema for Meirav Bas Mazel. One refuses property conveyed to him. If silent, initially refusing later, he acquires. A creditor can collect his debt from it, and no one else can acquire without his consent. However, if he refused immediately, the gift is null and void. One cannot be forced to accept the gift. Sometimes the obligations created as a result are not worth the benefit. As Chazal teach, Sonei matonos yichyeh. There is a dispute if the donor conveyed the gift by way of an agent. The acquisition is effective based on the principle of Zachin la'adam shelo b'fanav. One can be an agent for someone without his knowledge as long as it is a benefit to the recipient. Most people enjoy receiving gifts unless indicated otherwise. The Rabbanan hold whether he acquires himself or by way of an agent, his acquisition depends on his initial refusal or silence. Rabbi Shimon Gamliel holds when he acquires by way of an agent, his initial silence is not an acceptance. He simply waited to receive the document before refusing. A brisa distinguished between a shchib meirah, a seriously ill person who distributed money to 3 different people, one after the other, to one that distributed to them simultaneously. If he stipulated so-and-so 200, so-and-so 300, and so-and-so 400, without stipulating after to so-and-so, they acquire simultaneously, each one equally responsible to compensate a creditor for the donor's debt. However, if, before each additional gift, he stated v'acharav, after him, the creditor collects from the last heir first. The others can claim they left land with the debtor for the creditor to collect. A brisa states, if a shchib meirah stipulated concerning his firstborn son, give him 200 zuz kara'ui lo, befitting him, or concerning his wife 200 zuz befitting her, or to his creditor 200 zuz befitting him, they are entitled to this amount in addition to the firstborn portion, her dowry, and the creditor's debt. However, if he stipulated for his firstborn portion, for her ksuba, or his debt, it is the recipient's decision whether to satisfy their debts from that money. Question. The donor used the term karoi lo. It could mean befitting his obligation to them. The answer. The brisa follows Rabbi Akiva. Additional terms in a contract are not to emphasize known elements of the contract, but additional nuances. For example, a person who contracts to sell his house does not include cisterns, even if he includes the terms umka veruma, its depth and height. According to Rabbi Akiva, Bava Basra mocher b'ayin yafeh, the seller sells generously. Therefore, even though he did not sell the cisterns, he must renegotiate right of way to them, unless he includes in the contract chutz me'elu except these. Since without stating this, they are not included in the sale, the inclusion in the contract is to retain right of way. Similarly, in our case, stating befitting them includes something above and beyond his obligation to them. A brisa brings a dispute whether witnesses can record a loan of a seriously ill person in his last will and testimony if they did not witness it. Rabbi Meir holds they cannot record it. There is a concern the court will mistakenly collect it. The Rabbanan disagree. It can be recorded. We are not concerned the court will make a mistake. This is the halacha. The Gemara concludes this ruling cannot be inferred from a statement of Rava. He holds a court cannot perform chalitza or miyun unless they recognize the parties. His concern is a court will trust the parties unknowingly, perform a false chalitza or miyun, allowing the woman to marry with proof presented in another court. Rava's concern is specifically concerning one court overseeing the decisions of another, but the authenticity of witness testimony they will investigate. If you're enjoying Daf and 5, please click on the link below, become a sponsor, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom.